Hey there, YouTubers! Assassinate the Socio here, and oh my god, let me tell you, yesterday was such an epic day for all gamers. You sitting there watching me talk about this and me alike. So I'm just gonna jump right in because, it's E3. I have a lot to talk about. So, first of all, I want to just say what I've seen at each press conference, what I liked, what I didn't like. So, for each press conference, I'm going to go over the pros first and then the cons. First one was Microsoft. They were the earliest. The pros was they had a lot more games. They're keeping their promise on that of how it's the Xbox One is a console for gaming, and they showed games, and let me tell you, those games, some of them looked pretty good. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain was the first one, and that one really caught me off guard because it was free roam. It was a free roam game. And Metal Gear Solid, it's never been a free roam game. I've never played it though. But I might check this one out because it's not exclusive. The other game that they pretty much showed, the big game, was Rise Son of Rome. What it looked like to me was kind of the Xbox version of God of War. It looked a lot like God of War, but that's not a bad thing. A lot of people like God of War, so I think it'll sell. And, that it just kind of had those quick time events. It was very similar to God of War, I thought. Number 3, I guess is the third game they showed, was that just caught me more off guard, was Dead Rising 3. It's, I think it's an MMO zombie survival game. I'm not sure, but well, I don't know. I still have to kind of look more into that game, but it looks sweet. It's like a city, like how in the other Dead Rising games, it's been more in like a mall area. This one's in a city. It's kind of like say Grand Theft Auto or something. You drive cars, you can go around, but the zombies can actually like jump on your car and like get you out and eat your brains out. I don't know. But the bad thing about that game is it's Xbox exclusive. So let's hope that maybe it comes for PS4 later. And there's a new Halo game. I'm not surprised. Yeah, so you kind of have to have Halo on a new Xbox. It's kind of that's probably what's gonna make people buy it. If you don't have Halo on an Xbox, pretty much nobody's going to have an Xbox because everybody plays Halo who has an Xbox. The cons of Microsoft, which they're not bad. Microsoft, they're taking another direction as Sony is. I'm going to get to Sony because holy cow. Xbox One, there was no mention of DRM or their stance on used games, but we pretty much know what it is. As I said before, you can only trade in your games once. You have to always be connected, and that just fucking blew just everything out of proportion pretty much for Xbox One. That's why they're getting heavily criticized for it. And I could talk about Sony right now, but I choose to wait. So now these are going to be more quicker sections. EA pros, I saw Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, I know, right? And Mirror's Edge 2, which I wasn't expecting either. And they showed a little bit more Battlefield 4. It kind of looked the same, but I didn't watch everything. But the cool thing that I got from what I did see from that multiplayer demo was destructible environments are pretty much coming back, and it's even greater. Like, how in the Bad Company games you could blow out walls and pretty much blow out entire houses and only have like their structure standing. I guess it's kind of like that coming back because Battlefield 3 didn't have any environmental destruction whatsoever. I guess they're coming back with that, but it's going to be even massiver. So like, there's a thing where I guess there's a tank above, and like these people are in this garage, and this guy blew out the support beams for the ground, and the tank came through the hole. It is pretty cool looking. Cons of the EA press conference. Plants and Zombies I guess they're turning that into a first-person shooter type game. It was pretty fun on my phone. I'm not a big phone gamer. It looked kind of awkward. And sports. You know, it's EA. They have to talk about sports. I'm sure that was not fun. I personally did not watch the EA and Ubisoft press conference because I was at work, unfortunately, like I was today. But, yeah. That was EA's. Ubisoft Pros, of course, was Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed 4, The Crew, which is another racing game. And, it's kind of like, I guess, Drive Club, pretty much. The Division, which is, I guess, a Tom Clancy MMO. There's a lot of MMOs coming out. I just, especially for the consoles, you know. Consoles don't really have MMOs, I guess, until now. So, you know, I guess that was kind of one of the big things with games this year. So, The Division is an MMO for Tom Clancy. That's going to be interesting. And that was pretty much... I didn't really get anything out of cons. You know, I didn't really hear any really negative things. The only thing that maybe came to mind was Raving Rabbits. I guess there's a TV show on Nickelodeon or something. It's interactive. It's so weird. I think I did see some of it. And it was like... whatever. I guess it's going to be on Nickelodeon. You'll get to interact with the TV show. Yeah, it'll probably be on Xbox One. And Rocksmith 2014, another guitar game. Yeah, I think that's kind of done, pretty much. Rock Band and Guitar Hero are kind of non-existing now, so it's kind of safe to say that there's just no really music games in the industry right now, because it kind of died off. But I'm gonna go into Sony now. I'm gonna try to talk in less than... Fuck, I'm losing time. 6 minutes. Okay. Pros for Sony was the PlayStation 4 details. It supports used games. No internet requirement, so you don't have to enter online or whatever. The $400 price, it's $100 cheaper for the Xbox One. That got everybody crazy. And the console design looks pretty sick. You know, it's not like fucking like, holy shit, that shit looks sexy. It kind of looks like a Wii, but it sure as hell, I think, looked a lot better than Xbox One. I'm sure a lot more people agree with that. They did show a lot of games. They showed The Order 1886, which is kind of steampunk, but with like machine guns, and like they're going around shooting werewolves. It looked pretty cool. I'd check out that gameplay video, or that trailer, or whatever. Kingdom Hearts 3 got announced, which, you know, I played Kingdom Hearts 2 as a kid, and I enjoyed it. I loved it. But I kind of feel like I kind of grew out of that series. Maybe because it just hasn't been around for so long, but only on handhelds, that I don't really have. Or the fact that, you know, it's just Disney and I just kind of grew out of it. But I think that maybe I'll probably end up picking it up once I see more of the game. It looks a lot like Kingdom Hearts 2 though, so I don't know. Final Fantasy 15, that looks fucking sick. I'm going to just say this. I've never liked... Well, I like Final Fantasy, but I've never been good at it because the whole stop menu based combat thing, you know, scrolling through the menus and the fucking guys killing. It looks like this doesn't have any sort of that whatsoever. It looks like you're just going around killing people, pretty much, just like any other game. So, I'll heavily look at that one. Mad Max, I don't know, it just showed a guy kind of wounded on the ground in the desert, and this guy came in this, like, old fucking, just car, and, like, was gonna shoot him. He got back in his car, came back, run him over. I have no idea what it is. I think it's a movie or TV show or something, because they're talking about how it was a part of a series on film or something. I have no idea. A bunch of indie games, which excites me. Well, no, it doesn't excite me, because I've not really liked independent games that much. I usually stick to big blockbusters, which I'm sure is quite unfortunate, because, you know, there are a lot of talent out there. But, yeah, they have a heavy emphasis on, indie games. And Elder Scrolls Online got announced for PlayStation 4 and fucking Xbox One. And I'm just going, what? Okay. That's step one. You know, like I said in the last video, The only way I'm getting Elder Scrolls Online is if it's for the consoles and it has no monthly subscription. One of those things is true. The other thing has to come true. It cannot have a monthly subscription. And if that's the case, I'm getting that game. And that, man, I'm putting so much time into that shit because I love Skyrim. Woo! Okay, and the cons. There was cons to Sony's press conference. The Vita game lineup, it wasn't as rich as I wanted it to. They announced God of War 1 and 2 HD release. They also confirmed that Final Fantasy X and X-2 were going to be on an HD remaster release for the Vita. Also, they said Flower and Dead Nation was also coming back, or coming to the Vita. But the only new game that's coming out for the Vita is Killzone Mercenary, and I've known about that game for quite some time, so they didn't say, hey, we're going to give you, this new Grand Theft Auto title, or we're going to give you this Mass Effect title, or this new fucking Infamous I mean, there weren't really any big, huge Vita games announced. Besides Killzone Mercenary, the games we already know about and played, and Walking Dead 400 Days or something, which is also coming out. There was no really surprising announced games for the PlayStation 4. Yeah, they announced games like The Order 1886 and stuff, but pretty much that game, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15, were pretty much the main games that they announced that were new. They didn't announce any new Uncharted for PlayStation 4, no new God of War. They didn't even say anything about Last Guardian, so I'm gonna just put my money on it. It does not exist. Last Guardian will never, ever be here whatsoever. And the last point before I end this video that really sucked about Sony's press conference was to play PlayStation 4 online, you have to get PlayStation Plus. But for a person like me who gets it every year anyway, it's not really a big problem to me. I was gonna use PlayStation Plus every year that I ran out of it anyway because it's such a good service. It's totally worth the money. So there is really no really bad thing about it. But you pay the price for PlayStation Plus a year pretty much for one game, and you get like 17 games pretty much out of the whole year. So it's totally worth the money. And, Nintendo's Nintendo Direct was earlier today. I think they announced a few DS games and Wii games. Of course, it was Mario and Zelda, so I probably won't get into it. I haven't even watched it. I just got back from work. But, yeah, I mean, that's what I got from E3. That's pretty much everything that was at E3. I'm probably going to wait till this weekend while I'm probably playing The Last of Us if I get it. I probably will get it. But I'm going to wait to actually discuss everything E3. Because this is just about the press conferences. But everything I saw. I'm going to be busy tonight, tomorrow, Thursday, watching everything. I'm about to go on PlayStation. Now, hear me out though. I'm about to go on PlayStation Home so I can go to the E3 virtual booth and see what all that shit is. Because I do like going there. I feel like I'm in E3. But after that, I'm going to get the hell off PlayStation Home because I do not want to, have a bunch of horny guys coming up to me. Hey, where do you live? What's your number? Blah, blah. But anyway, I'm going to end this video right now. Subscribe, rate, comment. Please, 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 please tell your friends, your fucking teacher, your grandma, your dog about my channel and check me out because I'm trying to raise as much freaking viewers and subscribers as I can. Yahoo! Well, anyway, this is Assassinated Zezio. I'm very sorry for talking long, but I about have a minute left. So, if you like my channel, rate, subscribe, comment, do whatever, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Whoop!